It was past midnight in a quiet suburban town. The streets were deserted, the stores shuttered, the only light coming from a flickering street lamp. Ethan, a weary cab driver, was about to call it a night. His hands rested on the steering wheel as he sighed at the empty road. That was when he saw her, a figure beneath the lamp. Still, waiting, he frowned, leaned forward and narrowed his eyes. It was a woman. She stood motionless under the broken light, her skin so pale it almost glowed. Her long dark hair framed her face, though half of it was hidden in shadows. Slowly, she raised one hand, signaling for a ride. Ethan hesitated. Something about her didn't feel right. But business was business. He pulled over. The woman opened the door without a word and slid into the back seat. Her presence was unsettling, silent, heavy. Evening, Ethan muttered nervously. Where to? Her lips barely moved. Straight ahead, she whispered. The sound was faint, fragile, yet cold enough to send a shiver crawling up his spine. The cab rolled forward. Street after street blurred past. Yet the woman said nothing. No small talk. No destination. Just silence. Ethan gripped the wheel tighter. The hum of the engine the only sound. Finally, he adjusted the rearview mirror. She was staring straight ahead, motionless, like a mannequin, her pale hands folded neatly in her lap, her head tilted slightly, as though she was listening to something he couldn't hear. The air inside the cab grew heavier, colder. Ethan rubbed his arm, trying to shake off the chill. He cleared his throat. Do you, live far from here? No response. Ethan dared another glance at the mirror. This time, she wasn't looking ahead. She was looking at him. Her eyes locked onto his in the reflection. Wide, unblinking, and hollow. Ethan's stomach knotted. His pulse quickened. He tried to focus on the road, but the weight of her stare pressed on him like ice on his chest. And then, he noticed something else. Her lips were moving, not forming words, just moving, as though whispering to someone who wasn't there. He turned the radio dial nervously, desperate for sound, any sound, but only static filled the cab. The smell hit him next. Damp earth, wet soil, as though a grave had been freshly opened. The woman finally leaned forward, her voice sharper this time. Stop. Here Ethan's foot trembled as he eased the cab to the shoulder. On one side, stretched tall grass and dark trees. On the other, an old cemetery, half hidden in mist. Crooked headstones jutted from the ground. Broken and forgotten, Ethan's mouth went dry. His knuckles turned white against the wheel. This can't be right, he whispered. Nobody lives out here. He turned to look at her, but the seat was empty. The door hadn't opened. The cab hadn't moved. She was just gone. The only sign she had ever been there was the seatbelt, swinging gently as if someone had just unbuckled it. Ethan's chest heaved. Sweat poured down his temples. He stared into the mirror again, hoping, praying, and there she was, not in the seat. Outside, her pale face pressed against the rear window glass, her hollow eyes drilling into his. Ethan screamed, slamming his foot on the accelerator. The cab shot forward, tires squealing as the cemetery disappeared in the fog behind him. He didn't stop until he reached the bright lights of a gas station, where people and noise felt like salvation. His hands shook as he cut the engine, his breathing ragged, shallow. But something caught his eye. On the passenger seat beside him lay a damp, dirt-stained cloth, white, torn, unmistakable. It looked like a piece of a burial shroud. Ethan's throat tightened, his eyes filled with terror. He shoved the door open and stumbled into the light. desperate to leave the cab behind. But sometimes, even now, when he drives alone, he swears he can still smell it. That faint trace of damp earth, the scent of a passenger who never left.
Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe our channel for more interesting stories.